Hi there, I'm Annie. Here's a quick grounding flow that will hopefully help you come back to life a little bit. Think root from the base up to rise, whether that's on the yoga mat or off. Let's start on your back. So if you'll roll back to your space, maybe it's a yoga mat, maybe not, you'll come all the way down to rest your head and shoulders. Keep your knees bent and take your feet a little bit wider of your hips. So it might be outer edges of the feet, outer edge of the yoga mat, maybe not. Then you'll do a little tilt of your pelvis. So you puff your belly up and then a little rock of your low back down to the mat. Do that a couple more times. Find a big range of motion where you arch your back and then where you completely flatten it and you even lift the hip bones a half an inch off of the mat. Do that a couple more times just so you can feel out that connection with your low back to the mat. Then get a little bit smaller in your range of motion, like half an inch by half an inch by half an inch, until you can feel just a sliver of space between your low back and your mat or your floor. So like you could almost slip a piece of paper underneath that size, not completely flat, but definitely not arched. That's your nice grounded neutral spine. See how that feels? Just take a sec to notice. And then take your knees to touch. So feet are still wide, knees are touching. Slip your left hand in your heart, your right hand in your belly, and breathe. Take some giant inhales where you fill up through your belly, expand it like a balloon, and then some giant exhales where you let it all go. You might even find a little more flattening in your back towards the mat. Do that again where you inhale, fully expand, and then exhale, fully let it go. If you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. Otherwise, just a hazy gaze with your eyes downcast is great. You're going to do that a couple more times. If it helps to count, you might even see if you can count to 4 on the inhale and 4 on the exhale, just to encourage your mind, your body, your breath, your heartbeat, the thoughts that might be swirling through your head to release. Go for one more full inhale and super deep exhale. And then you'll just separate the knees. Take the knees all the way to the right, all the way to the left, like super slow motion windshield wipers. Find the range of motion that feels best. Pausing in at any spots that feel like they might need a little bit more attention. Hopefully you can feel your heartbeat settling a little bit underneath that left palm. The next time your knees are to the right, hold them all the way to the right, and let them just drop and melt towards the ground. And then come through center and do that same thing on the left side. Let the knees drop all the way to the left. Just let gravity weigh you down. Then you'll come center, bring your knees into your chest, release your grip so you're now gripping around the shins as you rock a little left to right. Feel that nice grounded sensation, almost as if the ground is holding you up while gravity is weighing you down and you're just hanging out in between. Grab below your thighs and then switch that rock north to south. Give your spine a little love. See if you can feel every inch of your back as you rock on it a couple of times. And then you'll gather momentum and rock and roll all the way up. Take a seat. Feet come wide again. Hands behind you for a little support. You're going to rock those knees all the way to the right and then all the way to the left. Same idea as you did when you were on your back. You're just a little bit more alive, a little bit more awake now that you're seated. You can lean into the palms as much as you need. And then the next time the knees naturally travel all the way to the right, you'll sit up a little bit more. Take that left hand and slip it outside the right thigh so you can twist and gaze over that right shoulder. Big breath in, twist a little deeper on the exhale. And then you'll come through center and do the same thing on the other side. Knees go all the way to the left, sit up, right hand outside the left thigh. Inhale, think crown of the head up to the ceiling. Exhale, think twist 1 inch deeper. And then come center. Cross your ankles, rock and roll forward, and you'll find tabletop. Now really find that grounded sensation where your palms are rooting down. Spread out the fingers. Grip down through the finger pads. Really fire up your low back by zipping your belly up and in. Drop your belly, lift your gaze. Inhale and look up, arch your back. Exhale, drop your head around and hollow out. Do that a couple more times, finding a huge range of motion. Then as you get bigger and bigger in that range of motion, you'll suddenly start to decrease that range of motion 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. So get smaller and smaller, just like you did when you were on your back, finding your neutral spine. Same idea here. Smaller and smaller and smaller, feeling every inch of that movement so that by the time you can't move anymore, that range of motion is so small, you've landed in your perfect neutral spine, not too arched, not too rounded. As you grip down through those finger pads, feel how strong your back is here. Feel how grounded you feel towards your mat, towards your ground, towards your space. Then widen your knees, take your toes to touch. Slowly crawl your hands forward and settle your hips back into a child's pose. Take a big breath in as you reach forward and a big breath out as you exhale and melt your chest towards the ground. Feel that grounded sensation of your hips melting back. Feel that expansiveness of your breath through the sides of your body. You breathed into your belly. You found that grounded feeling through your back. Now feel the sides of your core. That core is the midsection of your body connecting the upper and the lower body, which do tons of work each day. So your core is a really essential part of feeling grounded. That's what holds you up as you walk around and do all of the important life-changing work that defines each day. As you are ready, when you feel grounded, send your weight forward back to tabletop. Walk your palms one palm print forward, curl the toes, slow motion, send your hips up to downward facing dog. Feel out that first downward facing dog by adding a little movement, a little pedal out by bending the knees, a little press of the heels one at a time. One more inhale, hips high. One more exhale, heels low. Then you'll gaze forward and step your right foot between your palms. Gently drop the left knee, uncurl the toes, sweep the arms up on an inhale. If that's too much, palms can stay on the ground or hands can stack on top of that right thigh. You're not here long. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, curl the back toes, lift that back knee, reach the arms back. Feel how grounded and strong you were when you lifted up. Inhale, reach up to your crescent. Exhale, open up to your warrior two. Now in your warrior two, that front heel is intersecting the back arch of your foot. You're expansive and long. As you straighten the right leg, reach the arm on that right side forward, forward, forward until you can't anymore. From there, you hinge into your triangle. Right palm, right shin, left arm up to the ceiling. Take up space. Send your hips a little bit forward. Press all four corners of the feet down so you can root to rise as you lift up. Big breath in, deep exhale. As you stand tall, take your heels in, toes out, reach wide, 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 star pose. Inhale. Exhale, palms come to chest as you sink low into your goddess. It might be nice to rock a little side to side or up and down. You're not here long. Feel that grounded sensation of your feet. Big breath in. Exhale, send the toes forward and drop your head wide forward fold. Take a little peek at the toes. Make sure they're in line with each other. But you choose how wide or how narrow. Let your head just drop. Big breath in. And on the exhale, walk your hands back to that right foot, back to your low lunge. Left foot will come inside the right ankle. Now from here, you might slowly lift up to take a stand. You might take your left hand and guide the left foot a little higher, maybe to the inner right shin, maybe to the inner right thigh. It's meant to feel wobbly by the time you are standing tall, palms to chest in your tree pose. Ooh, big breath in and out. It's meant to be wobbly. Imagine you've got roots grounding you down into your floor. Think root to rise. If and when you feel steady, you might even grow your branches. You might even sway them in the breeze. Take a big breath in wherever you are. On your exhale, drop that left foot. Shake it all out. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Fingertips can stay on the mat or slide up to your shins as you find a flat back. Exhale, refold. Plant your palms, bend your knees, step back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, gaze forward, left foot steps there. Drop your right knee, uncurl the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up or your variation. On your exhale, curl the back toes, lift that back knee, reach your arms back. Ooh, big inhale. Exhale, slowly come to rise. Inhale into your crescent. Exhale, open up warrior two, pivot and plant that back foot. Left foot might need to inch a little bit to the right. Drop your shoulders, open your chest. Find that strong warrior pose. On an inhale, straighten that front leg, reach the arm forward. Find your triangle. Send your hips a little bit forward as if you're in one plane of motion, like you could fit your body between two waterfalls. I know, strange to imagine, but you get the idea. Your core is so on, you could even pick up your left palm and you wouldn't fall over. That's how strong and grounded you are here. On an inhale, reach up and tall to your star pose. Big X shape as you take a breath in. On your exhale, sink low to your goddess. Stillness or add a little movement. Big breath in. Exhale, toes forward, drop your head. Wide forward fold. Feel every corner of both feet. And then walk yourself back to the left. Right foot will go to the inner left ankle. Maybe you stand tall from here and keep that there. Maybe you use your right hand to slip the right foot a little higher. Find your tree pose and notice if it feels different on this side. Very normal. We tend to have imbalances, which means nothing about our personality, simply that we've got different body parts. Take a big breath in, find your expansive tree pose, whatever that means, whatever that feels like. And then exhale, right foot joins the left. Good work. Inhale, sweep the arms up, high mountain. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time here, hips go high to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, gently drop your knees. Cross your ankles and roll backwards to take a seat. As you uncross your legs, you'll take the soles of your feet to touch. Diamond shape or kind of a butterfly stretch. Hands gently around the ankles. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, keep that as you hinge forward. Now, it might be nice to hook your elbows into the inner thighs and press a little bit. It might feel nice to flap your butterfly wings or even open your feet like a book. Big breath into those inner thighs. Big breath out. As you stand tall, or sit tall rather, keep the soles of your feet to touch, but slide them farther away from you. So bigger diamond shape between your legs. Fingertips outside the shins, and instead of that long spine, you're finding your Halloween cat rounded spine. Your back arches up to the ceiling, chin to chest. Notice how that stretch moves from the inner thighs to the outer thighs. As you're ready, sit tall, zip the legs together. As you keep them bent, flex your feet. Inhale, sweep the arms to the ceiling. Exhale, hinge forward. Grab your ankles or your toes, and then you either stay here in a forward fold or slide your heels forward any amount as you ease into that stretch for the back of your body, your posterior chain, all those muscles that hold you up behind your body that you can't even see. Feel that grounded sensation all the way from the backs of your ankles to the bottoms of your sit bones. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, sit upright. Cross your ankles. 2 final big deep breaths just to close it all out. On an inhale, sweep your arms to the ceiling. Fill up your lungs, open your mouth. Exhale, sigh all the way to empty. Last big inhale, gather up. Soak in all that grounded energy you just created for yourself. Capture it between your palms and seal it all in by drawing down to your heart. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.